Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So like I told you yesterday, we have a lot of new molds coming out. I'm only going to do these 4. I have a lot more which I'll show you. This is a gorgeous cross. It's got a hand reaching for a hand. I poured, this actually was an idea from a viewer. However, I poured, let me show you which ones I poured. The ones from Temu that I got, I think I showed you an unboxing. These little pink ones. I poured these, and when I unmolded them, they were absolutely horrendous. This is the most horrendous mold I've ever received. I did 2 of them. They're all matted. They're all really strangely terrible. Ripply. Can't use them for anything. And when I did the unboxing, somebody said you should crystallize that and mold it yourself. And when I unmolded those bad ones, I'm like, that's a great idea. So I crystallized one and I molded it myself. So I do not recommend those ones from Temu at all. We'll see how this one comes out. So I know there's a lot of awareness ribbons. I'm going to go with pink because that's the one I see most of the time. So we're going to try that one. This one is a heart. This could replace some pocket hearts. It's very beautiful and intricate. So I think I'm going to use my silver metallic powder to do the inside heart and then pour it, or you know what? I think I'm going to brush it with this gold. I haven't used this one. This was from some Happy Mail, Chrysanthi Gold, so I'll brush the rest with that one. This is a new tray that I just made. I crystallized the inside. So we will see what this one looks like before it goes out on eBay. And I pulled out this T-Rex ink in the teal, Infinity Teal. I had this shaken up. Oh, it's pretty good. I used my little vortex mixer to shake these because it does have a sediment. So we're going to try that in here. And then for the cross, I pulled out this one that I've never used, Sidhu Bronze. I'm going to do the scroll work and the hands in the bronze, and I'm going to pour in Golden Opal, one of my favorite colors. Now, I have been saying her name wrong all this time. I apologize, Dianca. It's Dianca. Her name is Diana, but her website is Dianca Pours, not Dianca. So, I'm sorry, Dianca Pours. So I will make sure I pronounce it correctly. I know the feeling. I have a hard last name. She's got a hard first name. This may be a nickname. I don't know. But Dianca is the way we say it. So I apologize to you. I got some Happy Mail in. Well, not really Happy Mail. I ordered this stuff from Laura's Art Corner to try. None of this seems to go with today, so we will use all this on another day. So we've got Gray Gala. Look at that beautiful denim blue color, mica powder. We have Adriatic Blue, beautiful. Then we have Mint Rose. Look at that pretty light pastel-y green. That would be gorgeous. That would probably be pretty in there, I bet. Might have to do that one 2 times. Cherry Blossom, which is like a pastel pink, but in a powder. And then my last powder I ordered was Sea Green Teal. Gorgeous colors. And then I ordered a bunch more. I'm trying to up my stash on my octopus inks. So I have ordered Brownie, which is a brown. I wanted to try her pastels, words, Michelle, words. So I ordered a bunch of pastels. This is Carabic, and then I got the pink, which is called Cotton Candy. I have the lavender. I am running low on my Let's Resin ones. And then a vanilla, which is gorgeous. So those are all octopus inks. Now these are nice because they come in 1-ounce bottles. They're large bottles. They're not the little tiny ones. Then I ordered 3 more, which is Enzian, Sunlight, and Jeans. So we just added to the stash. Eventually I will get them all. She's got like so many of them. She's got like, what did she tell me? 50 or 70 or I don't know. I think 70 something of those. So that's a lot. Here's the other molds that I will get to probably tomorrow, but you can go look for them now. This is a horse in a, like a ring with a horse, and then this part is cut out. So we're going to do that one. Here's another little cross. These are all small molds. I hope you can see them. There's the cross. There's the horse. Then we have this brooch, which is going to be really pretty. You can use this on tops of jars. That would be gorgeous. And then this is a big sunflower. Well, not big, you know, but look at my hand compared to it. So a very crystally sunflower. And then we have a cowboy boot with a little spur in the back. So these are all going to get done probably tomorrow, I hope. I just didn't want to have to do all of them in one. So I'm just going to get started with painting my molds. So this one does not, and this one does not. I measured them with alcohol. The tray holds 6. This one holds 8. So they should be dry, but I think I'm going to do that one last. These little brushes I love. I've told you before from Little Windows. They do sell them, a 2-pack. I think it's only a couple dollars. And I have been talking to Fran over there. She is an amazing person to work with. So we are putting together some packages, Michelle's favorites from Little Windows right now. I'm not sure when they're going to be released. There's going to be 2 of them. And you're going to get special discounts on the bundles. And we are discussing doing a live for that. So that's exciting. I'm excited to do that for her and show off her products. I just love Little Windows products. Everything she makes has been thought through so thoroughly. I've never seen a company think that thoroughly before when they're doing something. So look out for those. It might be a little bit, I think it's going to be after Mother's Day because she's got some Mother's Day things going on. But I will, of course, keep you updated. As soon as I know anything, I will let you know. And then this one is the Chrysanthi Gold by Eye Candy. And I'm just going to brush it everywhere else. And maybe I will fill it with this just to be sure. I don't really want to fill it with black. Look at that. That is very sparkly. That cross does not fit into my pressure pot, but maybe I will put everything else in there. I don't even know that I need to do that today. Everything's pretty simple. This is just very detailed, so I'm hoping I don't get too many bubbles in all these details here. Now it's okay that I went over the silver with the gold. You're not going to see the gold. You're not going to see the gold in the center because the silver has already covered that silicone. So I'm going to tap that out over my garbage and just get this off of my brush here for now. And then let's do this one. I'm just going to, hopefully, a little piece of black right there. Sidhu Bronze. Let's see. I'm going to have to clean my mold because I'm sure... Ooh, look at that. That is going to be pretty. This is a matte mold. It looks like stone. The cross looks like stone. And this is smooth. But I'm sure this powder is going to go everywhere. So it's going to take me quite some time to clean it. So let me just put you on a little bit of a fast forward. You know what I'm doing here. It sticks really well. But I don't want you to have to sit through this. So I will fast forward for you.
Sun sneaking in through the back room pane, coffee ring stain on the old workbench. Michelle's got Mica on her faded blue jeans, laughing to herself. This is living the dream, golden opal praise in my little place. Every pour, every swirl is amazing grace. From the glitz and glitter sign on my door to the dust on the floor, I'm thankful where the gold dust's at. She hums a hymn as the shimmer takes shape, breathing in peace while her worries escape. A golden opal parades in my little place. Every pour, every swirl is amazing grace.
As I'm cleaning this, I'm realizing this is like a crushed crystal. It's so fine and I can't get it off very easily. I mean, I can if I really, really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to embrace it. So I took the big clumps of the powder around that off. So I'm taking my brush and I think I'm going to just tap it in. That way it'll be part of the piece at this point. So it's more random than it was from me wiping it. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be sprinkled on. A little bit more down here. I'm just tapping it off the brush so it looks like I did it on purpose. Because I do not have 3 hours to clean this today. I've got a lot on my plate today. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, let me mix up some resin. And then we're going to get it colored and poured.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with fresh in the soap.
We are ready to rock and roll. I've got 14 ounces, so I'm going to have some extra, I think. And my cross fits in my big pressure pot, so that's exciting. So I'm going to put everything in there today. Why not? So let's get 8 ounces mixed up first with the golden opal. So I'm going to dissolve my mica powder in 99% alcohol first. This lid is still on here. As you can see, Don opened it his way, not my way. So now it spills every time. All right, let's get that. And then we'll see that nice little golden sparkle throughout as well. I think I'm going to drip some on the back of that, although I pretty much know it's about the same color when it's in resin, I think. But we're gonna put it on there anyway. Did I put some on the back of this yesterday? Yeah, it's on the back of that already. Get that dissolved. Looking good, looking good. 8 ounces. Where's my marks? And this one really doesn't have to be filled all the way, especially if you're going to like hang it on a wall. You don't need it that thick. It's not really thick. It's maybe a 1/2 inch, maybe. But if you run out of resin, I wouldn't mix any up, put it that way, to fill it up. I wouldn't dome it because it's a hand cut mold and I can't cut molds perfectly. So you're going to have to trim it regardless if you don't fill it or if you fill it. Look at that beautiful color. I love this color. We use it on so many things. So I'm just going to put a little bit right here. Let it cure on the back. And then pour it in here. And I'll get this off my table so I can have a little bit more room. It does have words here. I can't read them right now. I forgot what it says. But I'll fill that in after it's cured. Let's get that in all that filigree work. That's going to be so pretty. I might even antique it when it's done to take that stark golden tone away. I don't know. I'll see it when it's done and make that decision later. So that was 8 ounces and it's not completely full, but it's full enough. That's for sure. Perfect. All right, let me move this over and get the next. Let's do 5 ounces what did I say? 6 ounces. I wrote it on my molds. 6 ounces of this. Oh, goodness. Do I not? You know what? I think these measurements are off. I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to scrape this, but I'm not going to have enough for both of those, I don't think. The measurements are different on there than they are on here. That's the problem. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. I could probably scrape 1 ounce out of that cup. Look at that gorgeous color. The only place I found this set was on their website. I cannot find this set on Amazon. So you'd have to purchase it directly from their website. The other set that I have from them is on Amazon, so it's kind of strange, but I don't know, whatever. Hopefully we'll see some of that shimmer coming through on the sides. You're not going to see it on that sparkle area, but you'll see it on the sides. So let's just, not doing nothing fancy. I just want to see it in alcohol ink. And this one is going to take some sort of a, oh no, you know what? Look at this. Well, I still have some more to put in there, but I don't. I'm just going to scrape out. I don't see any bubbles under here, but sometimes you don't see them. There's one that came out. Okay. So I have some extra. What I'm going to do here, though, I'm going to kind of push it down into those sparkles, crystals, to remove any bubbles that they're hiding in there. That way the bubbles can get squeezed. I can't fill this all the way up, so I'll fill it up in the pressure pot with the rest of that, and we'll see what we have left. I scraped about 1 ounce out of that cup. I have about a 1/2 ounce in the blue, so I'm sure I can make it work. And I forgot to put my powders in, so now I'm gonna just mix them really, really well. I think I'm gonna do the pink first. Oops, that's not the pink. That would be the gold, because if I need more, I'd rather use the blue in my gold one than in my pink one, because you're not going to see the little blue tint with that gold on the mold. And I hate doing it in these cups because of all those little things, and that's why I dissolve it. But I didn't, so here we are. Watch, I'll have a little bit of extra after all that. There's always like 1 ounce of resin that sticks to your cup, so make sure you get yourself one of those little spatulas and get it all out. You don't want to waste it. Make your giveaways. Make your little giveaway stuff for your friends and your family. I'm going to spritz this one with alcohol, though. All those little sparkles. Oh, see? I told you I was going to have extra. Plenty. All right, I'm just going to push it into those sparkles. Now let's do the gold one. Get you out of there. We'll get some gold in here. I don't need much because you're really not going to see it. Don't want to use it all. Now, Eye Candy sells these sample packages, which is pretty decent size. And then they also sell them in bigger sizes, so you don't have to, you can always start with your samples for $1.50, or I think their biggest, I don't know, $2 at the most. And then if you like them, oh, this looks much different on the mold than it does in the resin. And I had enough. Look at that. So I think what I'm going to do is pour some on here. let it, as long as it doesn't go over the name of that. Do need a little dotting tool on this one because there's a bunch of little facets around this edge. Just want to tuck it into all of them. And if I missed a spot, which I don't think I missed a spot, then we can then it would fill in with the gold if you fill it with the same color. Okay, so we have some extra. Let me see what I could do with it. Let's go ahead and do some of these other new ones. I'm going to take this Quantum Cobalt and add it to this blue one, the teal. Change the color a little bit just to give us something else to look at today. And I think I'm going to pour it into this brooch. I think that'll be really pretty. Look at how deep that is. Wow. And the sparkle is gorgeous. Loving that. All right, I'm going to spritz this because it's got some facets in there. Tap out that extra. So let's see what these look like. I didn't think I was going to get to these today. Look at that. There's even extra. Extra for my extra. I put the golden opal into the rest of the golden one. So I just mix those together and then hopefully it's enough to cover this whole thing. It'll be really thin, but that's okay. It's good enough to see what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and stick everything in the pressure pot. You don't need to put these in the pressure pot, but since I am doing it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. That one's pretty thin. I don't want to back it with blue or anything, so let's just leave it like that. Let's do this one in the pink. A little bit of spritz. Lots of facets in these guys. And there's something black in there. Might have to cover that later. Yeah, we're still going to have a little extra. Isn't that crazy? I didn't think we were going to have enough, and now we got extras from the extras. These need to be really thin. Don't dome them. Don't dome them. They do not need it. Let's get that through that. So that little piece right there better be really cured before you unmold it, or that spur's coming right off. Let's do this horse. I think what I'm going to do is brush it with this silver. Make it look like metal. And then we'll pour that blue in here, because it won't matter what color's poured in there. So the only one I'm not going to get to is that large flower, sunflower. Cool. Well, that was unexpected. Let's get this all the way around. Don't need it there. May have put too much in. Get it to these edges. A lot of times after you do these metallics, you have to clean the mold out after demolding, because normally it doesn't pick it all up when you demold it. I'm going to try to get some of this out. I think I over poured it. Don't want to trim too much. And if some of these don't look good, well, then they're not going to make it to the store. That's the whole point in testing these. I still need something for this pink. I had this turtle already done from another day, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to we're going to mix them together because you're really not going to see it, and let's fill up that turtle. I don't even think I have enough for that whole turtle. Let's just do that. Let's marble them. Not that it matters, because it really doesn't. Yeah, I don't have enough. We'll have to fill them up on another day. It's going to go down in his head a little bit. Okay, no biggie. We'll fill him up another day. I'll set him aside, get the pressure pot under pressure, check out the comment of the day, and then we demold. Everything is cooled and ready to come out of the mold. Now these ones are thin. This one actually I didn't even have enough resin to fill it up. Remember, it was just the dripping, so we're not going to get a great casting out of this. But you know, it's really not that bad. It's a little thin right here. You can see through it. But that, I could probably put a little UV resin with that mica powder in there and cure it, but pretty cool. Looks nice. All right, let's do the horse, because technically this was an extra. There you go. And like I said, remember I said the silver stays in a little bit, but it came, as much can come off, comes off, and then you do have to clean out your mold. So that's pretty cool. It just needs a little bit of trimming. Not too bad. I like it. You could do the horse a different color, maybe the frame a different color. I wasn't planning on doing that today. I wasn't planning on doing this one either. So let's do all the ones I wasn't planning on. That's not too bad. I would do probably different colors next time, or maybe you can even paint it after the fact, like that centerpiece. But that's pretty. Not too shabby. This one, I'm afraid I might break that. Oh no, it came right out. Okay. Oh, look at that. So cute. That's so cute. Just needs a little bit of dressed up. That's adorable. Cute little boot. Make a little magnet. All right, let's do this heart. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. That is so nice. All it needs is a magnet or a little sticker thing for like a pocket hug. That's a pretty little heart. Okay, this one is the sparkling. Look at that. That is way better than Temu's. Look at that sparkle going on. Any color you want, it will be beautiful. Cute. Okay, I'm going to move these. I've got a couple of these to clean with that silver powder in there. Let's get this out and see what it looks like. It's just a simple trinket tray, but I did make the bottom super duper sparkly. There we go. Look at that. That's so pretty. It's rough, but it's not like gonna cut you rough. I mean, it's got to be rough to have those facets in there. That's gonna look good in anything. Absolutely anything. You can even pour it clear, like I did on that one, and then put the backing a color that would penetrate through. We might have to try that. Pretty nice. All right, now the big one. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to have to fill in those words. Oh, I forgot that was a matte mold. I was like, oh man. So yeah, my little glitter trick, although it's sparkling, look at that. That's really nice. That's the mica powder sucked in right there. I think next time I would use a pigment paste, because I don't always love the way mica powders look on a matte mold, especially how you get the bubbling. It's not that bad. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you," Isaiah 41:10. But look at this color. That is nice. So, oh, it all came out of the mold too. That came out good. The silver's the only, like those metallic-y ones are the ones that don't come all the way out. So I'm going to probably shade this a little bit. Do some things with these extras just to jazz them up a little bit. I don't think I want to do anything with that. I'm not sure what that is in there. I'm going to have to pour it again and make sure that's not in my mold. But I think that was just some extra glass pieces that didn't come out. But it looks really good. Nice. Okay, give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back.
Coffee cup rings on the workbench, apron dusted and shine. Michelle's got a resin on her fingers and a peace in her mind. That little cross on the table, soft stroke shading the grain. Isaiah 41:10 flowing like a promise in her paint. In the glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus. Every swirl, every shade, every view. Thank you, Lord, for every heart that sees this. Let your comfort come shining through. As the colors set and shine in the daylight, she's praying hope through every hue. Glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus, and she's thanking him for you. Extra pieces lined up waiting, tiny rivers of glass. She dips that brush in silver, lays the gold like stained glass. Talking love, talking mercy to a camera on the stand. But she's really just lifting up burdens to the one who holds her hand. In the glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus. Every swirl, every shade, every view. Thank you, Lord, for every heart that sees this. Let your comfort come shining through. As the colors set and shine in the daylight, she's praying hope through every hue. Glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus, and she's thanking him for you. Lord, let the weary rest here, let the broken breathe deep. Turn these little works of resin into whisper prayers they keep. If they're watching through their heartache or smiling through the pain, may they feel you right there with them like a shelter in the rain. In the glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus. Every swirl, every shade, every view. Thank you, Lord, for every heart that sees this. Let your comfort come shining through. As the colors set and shine in the daylight, she's praying peace in all they do. Glitz and glitter glow, she's praising Jesus, and she's thanking him for you. Oh, she's thanking him for you.
Well, my friends, that's the conclusion of another day. All I did to this tray was put a silver paint pen around the edge. Don't think it really needs anything else. So we need to try this in like a mica powder again and see what it looks like. This one I decided to put a flat bag bail on the back. I mean, it could be a pendant. It's not too big, depending on the outfit, but I think that would look gorgeous over a like black shirt or something. Wouldn't that be pretty? I just took some gilding paint and touched the high parts of the gold to tone the gold down a little bit and match the centerpiece. So that's all I did to that one. This one here, I put a charm and a tassel, and it says, what does it say? Live the life you love. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. So I thought that was fitting. Now, I don't know anybody that has breast cancer, or I would give it to them. So if you know somebody and you order from my eBay store and you can use this for yourself or for somebody else, please put that note in eBay and I'll stick it in your package for you. Now, granted, I only have one, so it'll go to the first person that can use it for somebody. This one here, I didn't do too much because what happened was it's so thin, I didn't want to put resin, it would have leaked. So all I did was put some gold paint pen on the back to get rid of that clear portion. I'll stick this on my refrigerator, put a little magnet on, highlighted the center section in silver. And that's it. This one, I just painted some highlights of silver. I didn't put a magnet on the back. I'm just going to throw this in somebody's as a free gift, and you can use it on a piece if you want to, or I don't know, whatever you want to do with it. Here's the horse. I just took a little bit of gold paint pen to tone down that outer edge. I did highlight the bridle, but you can't really see it. It's there though. And then this is so cute. Look at this boot. Is that not the cutest? So just paint pen here, gilding paint over here, and then rhinestones. That is super adorable. So I just put a magnet on the back of that one. And then here is the cross. I'm loving this cross mold. So I just filled this with acrylic paint with my little squeegee. This one here, just squish it into there, wipe it down with alcohol. Now there is a texture to this, which I knew that when I was going to do that. So I did go over the whole thing because I wanted the aged look if I can get it. So I went over the whole thing with the same color, left it in the lower parts, and of course wiped off the higher parts. I went around the edges and shaded the edges as if it's aged. I put black on this part and then the top and the bottom just to age it a little bit to go with it. But I left the hands super duper. Oop, I got one spot I got on the hands with the black paint. So I left the hands perfectly shiny because they deserve it. And that's all I did with that. I trimmed everything, you know, back coated or trimmed everything and put Resin Restore on there for the edges so you can hide the scratch marks. This one you really couldn't see on this color, so that was pretty cool. So let me know what you think about the new molds. I love this one. I have an idea what to do with this, so you're going to have to come back and check it out. I'm going to get you some pictures. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you come back tomorrow because we're going to have some more fun. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and